My slides are visible to everyone. It's blank site right now. Can anyone confirm, please?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So today we are going to talk about more on that signed number on the top of it, and further what is the different way to represent a number as well. So in the last YouTube video, that video lecture, we have seen we can represent a number in three different ways, right? So when we are saying we want to represent some number, let's say plus 20. So whenever you have a positive number, then the representation of either it's a signed magnitude, or if you are representing in one's complement, or you are representing in two's complement. In all three cases, number representation will remain same. So for example, suppose you are representing, yes, yes, अभी चल रहा है.
देखो मैं सिगरेट नहीं पीता,
चल रहा है सर.
जेब में लाइटर जरूर है.
Man, please mute yourself. Whoever is. Guys, why you are unmuting and playing this kind of video? Means audios. Don't do this in the class. Okay. So now suppose I want to represent plus 20, and specifically when we are representing positive sign, then you can use any of the method, but representation will remain same, right? So if you are saying plus 20, so it will be like let's say I want to represent in 8-bit number, so then will be 16 4 2 1 and this one. So this will represent it plus 20. Now either you use signed number, that is also plus 20. It's the same way you can represent, or you use one's complement, or you use two's complement. Means whenever you represent a positive number, then the method, or you can say there is only one way to represent the positive number. There are not three other ways to represent positive number. But suppose we are talking about minus 20. Now I want to represent minus 20. Then if you are saying I want to utilize signed magnitude, then what will happen? So let me say I want to use signed magnitude. In that case, first bit will become 1, that is representing the sign. So 1 will say it is a negative number. Then your magnitude. This is the representation in sign magnitude. So this is your sign bit and this is your magnitude. So you can say this is the minus 20. Now in case of one's complement, what will happen? So you will take complement of each bit. So suppose here you have 20. So in one's complement, let's say I have a number 20. So the 20 is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, double 0. Now I want to represent, so this is your plus 20, but I want to represent minus 20, so you'll take complement. So it will become 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is the representation in one's complement. क्या चीज? हेलो हेलो guys, those who are playing these videos or some kind of noise, actually they are not only disturbing themselves, but they are disturbing the entire class who want to understand. And due to this, don't believe or not, your batch, like your group, will be lagging than other group because they are not disturbing at all. So please don't do this. Otherwise, you will be lag. Means if you are disturbing in between the class, it's a problem for you. Unmute yourself. Whoever is unmute, making a sound, please.
सर ये तो हमने यही टॉपिक सर हमने अभी 2 क्लासेस और में पढ़ लिया है, तो सर ये सर वापस पढ़ने का सर पॉइंट क्या है?
This is just a revision, quick revision. Maybe many of you have not watched the video, so it's just one slide for the quick revision.
नो सर दैट्स नॉट व्हाट सर मतलब कि एक तो सर आपकी क्लास में पढ़ रहे हैं ये एक
क्लास में
आई
भी यही
थिंक
पढ़ाई है।
डीएमएस में पढ़ रहे हैं एक ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग सर तीनों में यही चीज चलाई जा रही है अभी
This
Sir,
is just
camera on.
one class. Just wait for another class, then you will get all different things.
ओके सर
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about 2's complement. In that case, what happened? Suppose we want to represent in 2's complement. What will happen? You will add 1 over there, just plus 1. So if you add plus 1 in 1's complement, so let me write it here, 1 1 1. So this is 1's complement. And if you add just plus 1, you will get 2's complement. So 1 plus 1, it will be 0, then another 1 plus 1, it will be 0, then 1, then 1 0 1 1 1. So this is your 2's complement. So you can say this is 2's complement method to represent minus 20. So this is also minus 20, this is also minus 20, and this one is also minus 20. Now the beauty here, like you can say minus number can represent in 3 different ways, but plus number is representing only one single way. So that's the way how you can represent a positive number and negative number, right? Now you can say why we required this. What is the reason behind this 1's complement, 2's complement, and sign magnitude? So once you do addition, suppose you are trying to do 10 plus 15. So both are positive, plus 10 plus 5. So means in case of addition, all are same way. Like either you use sign magnitude, 1's complement or 2's complement, all are doing in the same way. Like addition is remain same. Now story start from the subtraction. So let's talk about 1's complement subtraction. We already seen in the lecture. So we'll take one example and then we'll go walk through. So suppose you want to do 20 minus 5, right? In that case, what you will do, first you will take 1's complement of both numbers. So it is a plus 20, so 1's complement remains same, but for minus 5 you have to take complement. So when we say complement, that will come only with the negative numbers. Positive number, that complement will not come into the picture. So in case of plus 20, suppose we are representing with the 8-bit. In that case, what we are doing, so it will be, let me take it 16 8 4 2 1. So you will have 1 0 1 0 0, and I want to make it 8-bit, so let it make it this. So this will become your plus 20 that we already seen. Now when you say minus 5, so I want to represent minus 5 and in 1's complement. So first of all, what will be the 5? 5 will be, so you can say plus 5. If you say, it will be 1 0 1, and then all 5-bit will be the zeros. Now this is plus 5. Now I want to represent minus 5, so you have to take, so let me take the 1's complement of this. So then what will be the value? 1 1 1 5 times, and then 0 1 0. Now what next step? You have to add both the numbers. You have to add this and this. So let me add it for you. So it's a 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0, and here 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 0. Now what you will get? You just add it simply. So 0 plus 0, you will get 0. 0 plus 1, what you will get? 1. Sorry. 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 1 0, 0 plus 1, sorry, carry will be there, then 0, then 0, then 0, and 1. Now what it is saying, if it is a carry, yes, then add it here. So you are adding here. So then what will be the value? 1 1 1.
सर एक वन मिस कर दिया आपने बीच में
ये तो कुछ गड़बड़ है, हाँ ये वाला. So 1 1 1 1, then 0 0 0 0, right? So this will become your plus 15. Now let me take, suppose I want to do 20. So let me take new slide. 5 minus 20. In that case, 5 will be, so let me do it quickly for you. So 5 will be 101. And now here we are talking about minus 20 using 1's complement, right? So let me write 20 first. So it will be 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. And once you take 1's complement, you will get 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Now we have to add both of them, right? So you are just putting here so that we can add it. 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Let me add it. So 1 plus 1, 0, 0 plus, so here we have carry. So 1 plus 1, it will be 0, then again another 0, then again another 0. Then we will get 1 here, 0. So 1, 1, 1. Now here we are not getting any carry. So if carry is not there, so what is saying is carry generated? It's a no. So take the 1's complement and add negative sign. So we have to take 1's complement of this. So if you take 1's complement, it will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1 and add minus sign. So in this way, you are getting the subtraction here, right? So this is the way how you are doing subtraction using 1's complement. So 1, when first number is bigger, then you will get the carry, and once carry will come into the picture, then you have to add it here. If second number is bigger, then you will not get any carry. You have to take complement of the result, the addition, and you will get the final value, and you have to add a minus sign. Now suppose same we are trying to do.
Negative sign stored in computer.
Sorry.
Sir, in which bit is this negative sign stored?
Means you require one extra bit to restore this sign, or at the end it will become 1 0 0 0, so 1 1 1 1. Or sometimes actually if once it is 8-bit number, so then these bits will not be in the picture, this will be only sign bit, so then you will say sign, so this will become 1, so then it is represented as a sign bit if it is a sign magnitude, right? But in case of suppose 1's complement, you're talking about 1's complement, so why we are saying sign, you have to add this sign over there whenever you convert back to the decimal, then you need to look into this sign, this particular sign. Otherwise this is itself is good enough for the system. Okay, now let's talk about with 2's complement. So quickly let me do the same problem. Let me say 20 minus 5. So 20 will be, let me say 20 will be, we already done it here. So this is the, please mute yourself and wake up. Dhanyavad. Okay, so like 20, so it will be 0 0 0, then 1, sorry, 1 0 1 0, right? Like this. Now what about 5? Now I want to represent 5 with the 2's complement. Now let me give you another idea how to take 2's complement in straightforward, like without adding plus 1 in 1's complement. So suppose you have a number 5, so how it will be represented? 0 0 0, 5 times 0 1 0 1. Now how exactly it will start? First let's take with the traditional method. So first you will take 1 1 1 1 0 1 0, and then you will add 1, so you will get 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1, right? Now another method, you take this 5, so I'm taking this 5, 0 0 0 0, one more 0 1 0 1. You start from left side. Once you get first one, the first one you will take as it is, and after that whatever bits are coming you have to invert. First one will remain 1, and after that whatever bits are coming, that will be inverted. So 0 will be inverted, it will be 1, then 1 will be inverted, 0, then all zeros. So 0, sorry, all ones will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay, let's take another example, then it will be more clear. Suppose I have a number, let's say 10, that I want to convert. So it is in the decimal. I want to convert into the like minus 10. Let me take minus 10 to the 2's complement, because plus 10 will remain same. If it is minus, then only 2's complements comes into the picture, or 1's complement come into the picture. So now suppose we have minus 10, so then it will be 8, this one, and then you will have 4 zeros. Now as I said, you start from here. Once you get first one, till that point you have to write as it is. So 0 will retain as it is, 1 will retain as it is. Now you encounter first one. After that all bits will be inverted. So 1 0 1 1 1 1. This is the 2's complement for minus 10. Getting? So in that way also you can represent, or you can make the 2's complement. Any doubt in this point, how to make it directly, the 2's complement? Anyone? Any doubt?
Sir, can you explain the last example once again?
Minus 10?
Sir, the last example once again of 2's complement directly.
Yeah, that is minus 10, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me take fresh slide here. Suppose I want to, let me take another example. Let's say 8. I want to represent 8. So 8 will be 1 0 0 0, and then here also 1 zeros. Now I want to take minus 8. So in that case, you will start from here. As I told you, you will start from the right hand side, move towards the left side, and once you encounter first one, after that the bits will invert. But here we do not encounter one. It will remain same. It will remain same. It will remain same. First one will remain same. After that, all bits will be inverted. It will become 1 1 1 1. Now let's check it is correct or not. So once, so straight, another method is saying like first you take 1's complement. So 1's complement will be 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Then you plus 1. So you will do 1 plus 1 0 1 plus 1 carry, 1 plus 1 0, then again another carry, 1 plus 1 0, then 1, and then 1 1 1 1. Is really it is same as this? Yes. Getting everyone? Any doubt on this?
No, sir,
No,
fine.
sir.
Cool. So now let's solve this 20 minus 5 with the help of 2's complement. So what will happen? So 20 we have represented this, 5 we have represented this way. So this is your 2's complement. You have to add. So let me put it here. 1 1 1 1, 5 times 1, then 0 1 1. You add it. So you will get 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, so 1 1 plus 1 0, then 0, then 0, then 0, and you will get 1 carry, because carry will be forwarded here. Right now what it is saying, if you are getting a carry, you have to discard it. So means you do not need to do plus 1 here. You do not need to add carry, as we have to do in 1's complement, and this is your answer. You can check it out. This is plus 50. Right? Now let us solve another, that is 5 minus 20. So once you do 5 minus 20 with 2's complement, okay, just do it by yourself. Take 1-2 minutes and try to solve by yourself. So let me open the graph with that flow chart for you. So you have to solve 5 minus 20. So here minus 20 will represent in 2's complement. Try to solve quickly. So what will be the 5? 5 will be 0 0 0 0 0 1 1. What about minus 20? That we need to represent. So first let me take plus 20. That will be 1 0 1 0 0 and 3 zeros here. I want to take 2's complement of this, so it will be 0 0 1. Then invert all the bits. 1 0 1 1 1. Let me add it over there. So this is plus 5. Then we have 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0. This is represent minus 20. Add both of them, so you will get, just do the addition. 1 plus 0, it will be 1 0, then 0, then 1 plus 1 0, 1 0 0 1 1 1 1. Now what it is saying, you have to take 2's complement of this because carry. So you'll take 2's complement of this. So what will be the value in that case? It will be 1 will remain same and then invert the bit. 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. And once you represent the decimal, you will say minus 15. You have to add minus. Getting everyone? Any doubt on this? So that was a quick revision of subtraction here. Right. Now let's move forward. Any doubt? Anyone? If you have any doubt, please. Guys, any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Cool. So till now we have seen the representation of sign number. And when we say sign number, the important point is the negative number representation, because we have 3 ways to represent the negative number, but positive number is remain same. Like the representation of positive number is one single way, but in case of negative number, we have 3 ways. Now, before jumping into that, do you able to see some benefit once you are doing subtraction using 1's complement? Any benefit that you can observe? What is the benefit here once we do with the 2's complement? Any benefit that you can easily observe? So one benefit that I can observe, do we need subtractor to do subtraction, separate subtractor, or addition or adder is good enough? Suppose I have a hardware unit that is the adder, right? And we have another unit that is the subtractor. So in case of sign magnitude, you require both once you do addition or subtraction. But in case of 1's complement or 2's complement, what you need? You do not need both of them. You need only adder, and that is good enough for addition as well, and that is good enough for subtraction as well. Ready? Because we are not doing subtraction here. We are doing just addition. You just take complement and do addition. So that's the beauty behind this 2's complement method and even 1's complement method. But what beauty in 2's complement? Whenever you are subtracting a number and if first number is bigger than second, then here we do not need to even add the carry as well. No extra addition required. But in case of 1's complement, you have to add the carry. So means most efficient method is the 2's complement to do the addition and subtraction. Addition is remain same for all. Like either you use sign magnitude or 1's complement or 2's complement, because there is no negative number involved. But subtraction is different for all three. And if you say 1's complement, 2's complement, you do not need a subtractor. You have adder, and that is good enough to make the entire circuit of addition and subtraction both. Getting? So that's the beauty behind this subtraction. That's why we have seen this 1's complement and 2's complement methods, because we are saving a hardware unit itself. You do not need a new hardware unit for subtraction. Adder is good enough. Just you need to complement the number. Okay. Now, till now we have seen conversion. Right. Conversion from decimal to binary, decimal to hexadecimal, decimal to octal, or binary to decimal, or binary to octal, binary to hexadecimal. These conversion we have seen, right? But now here we are talking about the coding. Here the coded is important. It is not conversion, it is coding, right? So once you say coding means every number represented by a if specific code, and based on that code you will represent the entire number. So this code for BCD is known as 8421 code. Why this 8421 is good enough? How exactly it works, then you will understand 8421 is good enough. So for example, I want to represent 199. So how will code? This 9 will code with 4 bit based on 8421. So what will be that? 1001. So 9 will become 1001. Another 9, another 1001. This is 1, so it will be 0001. This is 199 in BCD. Here we are taking individual number and code it in a 8421 coding. Getting? That is known as the BCD code. This is your BCD code, right? Any doubt on this, how to make the BCD code? For example, let me take another example. Suppose you are saying 256. So what will be the BCD code for 256? Can please one person speak up? What will be the for 6? Anyone?
So 110.
One, sorry? It's always in 4 bit. So it will be 0110, always in 4 bit. Right? It is a 8421 coding. Always 8421 coding. Now what about 5? It will become 0101. What about 2? It will become 0010. This is in the BCD. Right? Now you can say why we need it. We already have binary system. So why we need it? So let's understand. So before jumping into that, how to use it and where we use it. So in order to use it, BCD enables fast conversion denary to binary. Here I'm not saying decimal to binary. Once you say decimal to binary, it is a conversion. It is not coding. That's why I'm saying denary. Denary means individual numbers we are talking about. So this is giving very fast conversion. And each digit is responsible for a block. So for example, so that is used in the calculator. Whatever calculator you are using, this kind of calculator, they are using the BCD codes to represent the number. So now suppose you are saying 0000 means you are talking about this 0. Then 1000, then you are talking about 8. Then you can say 0010, then you are talking about 2. Then 0116, then you are talking. So internally, in the calculator, what you see here 6280, that is represented by this method, and this is giving very fast conversion into the denary to binary, and that's why we are using these BCD codes, right? Now let me go back and I want to talk about invalid codes. How many invalid codes are there? So now if you are saying I want to represent a number 135, so you required only 4 bit. So 5 will become 0101. Similarly, if you say 3, 0011, and if you say 10001. Now, once you reach 9, after 9, what you will get? What next you will get? You will get 10. And how 10 will represent 0000 and 0001 in case of BCD. Right? Then what will happen if you will get like and not you will get, what will happen to number, let's say 1010? Is really it is possible in the BCD system any case? Is this will come anytime? Is there any possibilities that this number will come? This is your 10. Once you say 1011, sorry, 10, they're not 10, sorry, it's a 12. Let's say this is 13. Let me say, oh, sorry.
10
10 only. Yeah, it is 10 only. Then it is 11. Then 1100, it is 12, sorry, right? So is really this number will come any chance in the BCD system?
No, sir.
No, because when you say 10, 10 will represent like this. So these bits will never come into the picture, and that's why they are saying invalid bit. These are not valid bits. If you see in the code, for example, suppose someone say I am representing in BCD, and you will get these bits, these codes. Then these codes are invalid codes. Similarly, once you say 1101, once you say 1110 or 1111. So these all are invalid codes in case of BCD because they will never appear in the BCD, right? So you will see we will utilize these invalid codes sometimes to optimize the circuit. So we'll come into the whenever we talk about optimization of the circuit, then we'll see we'll utilize these invalid bits as well to optimize the circuit.
सर मतलब BCD में 1 डिजिट नंबर ही यूज मिलेंगे.
Always. So like for example, you are saying 642159. Then also it will represent like this will represent 4 bit 1001. Then this will be 0101. Then this will be 0001 and so on. So always you are representing individual numbers with 4 bit combination. And this code is known as 8421 code. Because you are using this 8421 code. This is a coding method. This is not conversion.
What is the reason behind this?
As I said, you can utilize, so this is faster in the conversion because you are taking one bit at a time, one number at a time. So it is much faster in the conversion, much faster in the processing. That's why we are using BCD into the calculators into many other systems as well, any small scale systems.
सर तो ये मेमोरी ज्यादा नहीं लेगा जो अगर नॉर्मल बाइनरी सिस्टम में अगर नंबर लिखते तो इसमें तो इतने सारे बिट्स आ गए तो ये ज्यादा मेमोरी नहीं लेगा उससे.
It will take memory, definitely more bits will be required to represent the same number, but speed of conversion, I'll not say it's speed of conversion, speed of coding is much faster. Speed of operation is much faster, even it will take slightly higher bit.
Yeah, okay sir.
Yeah. Now here we have other kind of coding. So one kind of coding is known as XS3 coding. XS3 is saying you just add 3 on the top of current number. So here 1 will represent by this. So you can say it is 3, but 0 is represented by this. 1 is represented by this. 2 is represented by this. 3 is represented by this, and so. So means you are saying plus 3 every time. You are doing plus 3 every time. Again, I am saying it is coding. It means suppose I have a number 155. And I am saying I am using XS3. In that case, how 5 will be represented? With this way. So we'll say 1000, 1000, and here 1 will be 0011. This is the XS3 code of 155. Getting? This is coding. You have to just code it accordingly. Now similarly, you have another code that is 84 minus 2 minus 1. Getting? So 84 minus 2, suppose I want to represent, let me say I want to represent 20 with 84 minus 2 minus 1. So first you will find 2. How will represent 2 with 84 minus 2 minus 1? What combination will be there? I want to represent 2. 84 minus 2 minus 2. 4 minus 2. So that is 0, 1, 1, 0. 0, it is straightforward, all will be 0, so you'll get 0. So in that way, there are many other codings as well, but these 3 codings are most popular coding, right? There are gray code as well. So, I want to explain these 3, which is most popular. Now, before moving forward, is there any special thing that you notice here in these 2 coding? Something special, some specific pattern that you can see? Yes. Take a look and try to figure out is there any pattern over there in this XS3 code and 84 minus 2 minus 1 code. Any specific pattern that you are able to observe? Yeah. Yes. Some interesting property that you can see here. Yes.
0 को 0 0 1 1
inverse of each other. मतलब 0 is 1 and 1 is 0.
सर 1's कॉम्प्लीमेंट बन रहा है
वंस
जो
कॉम्प्लीमेंट।
सर
1 और 8 है, 2 और 7 है, 3 6 है, 4 5 ऐसे
सर लास्ट
एक
टू
Exactly.
बिट
Sir, in
Exactly.
XS3, 0 is represented like 3, 1 is represented like 4. and
Nobody.
so on.
Yeah,
Ayush, nobody.
that's true. That's true. That we already explained. XS3 means it is +3, always +3. So if you take a mirror of this and take the complement, you will get the same number. Means these two numbers are complement to each other. These two numbers are complement to each other. These two are complement to each other. These two are complement to each other. These two are complement to each other. So there are many applications where we can utilize this property because that pattern is there. A specific pattern is there. So you can say we can utilize this property, what pattern we are getting, and make more optimized circuit. That's why this coding comes into the picture and variety of coding comes into the picture. So whenever you have a specific application where this pattern will be utilized, then you are doing with this code, and they are always used for very specific purpose. This is not like a very general purpose, but for a specific purpose they can utilize to optimize the circuit, and that's why coding comes into the picture. Right now, again I will just tell you conversion and coding. Conversion comes into the picture whenever you
तुमको ब्लॉक कर देंगे साले भाई मत कर।
Okay, so when we say conversion in coding, it means when we say we are converting number system, right? You are saying number system. So when we talk about number system, like you can say decimal to binary, or any other number system, then that is known as conversion. We are converting from one number to another number system. But whatever coding, when you give each number a specific code, a specific representation, and then entire number will represent by that specific representation, that is known as coding. So here we have given one example like 13. So 13, if you convert this decimal 13 into the binary, this will be the value. But in case of BCD code, this is represented by this, right? So that is the coding, like 8, 4, -2, -1. That is the coding, right? Similarly, if you say XS3, that is also a coding. So similarly, there are variety of coding available. Getting any doubt on this, anyone? Guys, anyone, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's do addition. Suppose you have making a specific code and you want to do addition. So how to add? So you can see, sir, 4 plus 1, it's quite simple. Just add it directly. So once you add, 4 is represented by this, 1 is represented by this. So you will get this number as a output. So 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. That is the 5. Quite easy. There is nothing special here. Then once you do, let's take another example, 3 plus 3. That is also fine. But suppose I want to do 6 plus 4. I know you love song.
भाई मत करो भाई, हम तुमको ब्लॉक कर देंगे साले हराम।
Okay. So suppose you want 6 plus 4. So in between entertainment is also there. Very nice. So someone feel bored, then entertainment also comes in between. Okay. So suppose you want to do 6 plus 4. So what you will do in case of BCD? So you'll convert 6 into the BCD. You'll get 0, 1, 1, 0. You convert 4 into the BCD, 0, 1, 0, 0. You will simply add it. What you will get? 0, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 0, and then 1. Now, if you remember, this is a valid bit in BCD?
No, sir.
No. right? So in that case, what should come? What we expect as a output? We expect as a output 0001 and 0000. This is the correct output in BCD of 10. But what we are getting this. So then how to solve it? So in order to solve, we need to add +6. So means with this number, we have to add +6. So I'm saying 0110. Once we add +6, so it will come 0, then 1 plus 1 0, then 1 plus 1 0, 1 plus 1 0, and 1. Because in order to complete 8-bit, we just append zeros. So now you will get 1 and 0. Now you can say from where this 6 coming? Why we are adding +6? Why not +5, +2, +3? Any guess from where this 6 is coming? Anyone?
So because we add 3 and there are two numbers, so we add 6.
Sorry. Could you please repeat?
Sir, we generally add 3 in the numbers, right? So we are adding two numbers, two binary numbers. So
No. I'm talking about BCD here. I'm not talking about XS3. It is the BCD. Getting? It is not XS3 code. I'm saying I'm doing here BCD addition. Simply BCD addition. So that's why I'm asking, whenever number is like this, whenever we come into the invalid bit, as we have seen previously, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These are invalid bits. Then we are doing +6. So from where +6 is coming? What do you understand? Like any guess from where this +6 is coming? Anyone? Yes.
Sir, 9 plus 6 is 15, which is the last invalid bit, which is 1111.
Right.
That's why.
So what we are doing, we have 6 invalid bits. So means after 9, actually we are jumping 6 places. The jump is 6 place to represent 1 0 in this case. So that's why we require to add +6 whenever a number is coming which is more than 9. So if a number is more than 9 means it is an invalid bit for us. So then what we need to do, you have to add +6 over there. So that is the way how we are doing the BCD addition. So same thing we have written here. Once suppose you are doing 8 plus 5. So in general, it will be 13. But this 13 is invalid bit in the BCD. So then what we do need to do, we have to add +6 over there. We added +6 and then we got 1 and 3. That is the final answer. And this is 2 digit that we want in the BCD arithmetic. Getting? So in that way, you can solve BCD addition or BCD arithmetic, you can say. Any doubt till this point? Why +6 comes into the picture? From where the 6 suddenly come into the picture? Because once you represent the BCD, it has 6 invalid bit, or you can say after 9 direct, there is nothing like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. After 9, it is 1, 0. There is no binary 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It is 1, 0. 1, 0 means again it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So that's why we are saying we are jumping. Once you get to more than 9, you have to jump 6 more places so that you will get the correct answer. Any doubt till this point? Anyone? Guys, any doubt?
No, sir.
Cool. So this is for your homework. 2905 plus 1897. So just try to solve at your home. You can take a snapshot, or I will upload anyways. I already uploaded it in the LMS, this slide. So you can check out here. Try to solve it by yourself. Then we will discuss in the next class. So this is your homework, you can say. Quick homework, just one addition. Okay. Now, another question, how many bits required? This is a very common question that comes. Suppose I want to represent a number, how many binary, if I want to represent in binary, how many bits required to represent a particular number? Suppose I said I want to represent 32 just 30. So how many bits required to represent 30? How to calculate it? Yes, any guess how to calculate it? How to represent, how many bits required? Okay, in general, how many bits required to represent 30? What do you think?
So we can go nearest to the power. We
Hmm?
can go to the number which is nearest to the power.
कौन है यार ये? Okay. So yes, definitely you are saying you have to look into the 2 to the powers, and whatever the closest number is coming, in which bracket is coming, based on that you will decide how many bits required, right? So once you say 2 to the powers, so let me write it: 2 to the power 0, then 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, let's say 2 to the power 5, power 6. Let me go up to this, later you can easily understand. So it will be 0, then 1, then sorry 0, then 2, there is no 1, and now 0, it is 1 only. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Now how many bits required to represent this, that we need to consider. So in order to represent the 30, how many bits required? You can make 30 within this, right? Whatever the ceiling number, that you have to find out. So if you say how many bits required, 5 bits are good enough to represent this number 30, right? So you can say whenever it is 2 to the power 5 and 2 to the power 4, between 2 to the power 5 and 4. If you say this number, this is between 2 to the power 5 and 4. So this number is lesser than equal to 2 to the power 5, and this is greater than 2 to the power 4. So in that case, you required how many bits? You required.
So it is greater than 2
to the power 5 is greater than 30.
No, so
And it
30
is
is
less
greater
than.
than 2 to the.
No. How
So
to
it
do?
is lesser now.
Yes. 2 to the power 5 means 32. Now, is it okay?
Sir, and 30 is greater than 16.
So that
Yes,
sign
of
will be
course.
reversed.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. This. Right. So here also, what I'm doing here. Sometimes you become crazy. You are doing the same thing again and again. Right. So now you can say how many bits required. Now you look into this. So it is saying 2 to the power n, that is 2 to the power 5, m, that is your 30, 2 to the power n minus 1, that is 4. So this many n bits you required. So how many bits you required? 5 bits you required to represent 30. So from here you can calculate number of bits required to represent the number. So you just look into 2 to the powers range. So suppose I will say I want to represent 62. So where 62 comes? 2 to the power 6 is greater than equal to 62, and it's greater than 2 to the power 5. So how many bits required? You require 6 bits to represent. Getting? So in that way you can find out how many bits required to represent a number. Can tell me who is this guy? Okay. Any doubt on this? So now you can calculate how many bits is required to represent any number. Anyone, any doubt on this? Just you have to recall 2 to the powers. Based on that 2 to the powers, in which bracket it is coming, take the max, and that many numbers, that many bits required.
I'm busy, will call you later.
Okay. Now the last point that for today's class, number of elements. Here you are looking two different ways. Right, you have 4 elements. When you say 2 digit, just 2 digit. So there are two different ways to represent a number. So when you say 2 digit means you are talking about 2 bit. So with 2 bit, how many numbers you can represent? You can represent 2 to the power 4 numbers. But there is, so in general, this is there. Suppose I said I have 32 bit, right? In that case, how many numbers we can represent? 2 to the power 32 numbers we can represent, right? Now, if I will say, right, I have, so this is unsigned bit, there is no sign. If you are saying I have a sign bit, then what will happen? If you are representing sign as well, means negative number is also there. In that case, you can say plus 2 to the power 31 till minus, you can say 2 to the power 31 minus 1, something like this, right? So this is the way how you can represent a number and number of bits required. Now there is another code. This is really important. Let me highlight it. This one. Now what different you are looking in this code? Let me underline this path. What is special you are looking into this code? What you can observe from here? Anything special that you can observe? 0001, 0010, 0100, 1000. Anything special that you are able to observe? Anyone?
Position of 1 is shifting.
Position of 1 is shifting, that's true. Or you can say only 1 is represent in each word. Means there is no double 1. Only one single 1 is there, remain all is 0. Or you can say only one place is 1, remain all are 0. It is true or not in this case? Only 1 is 1.
Yes, sir.
Only one place is 1. So this is sometimes known as positional information. When you say only one place is 1, so you are talking about that position. And you can say where it is utilized. So in general, like in general case, or you can say one simple example, you can say suppose I want to represent a dictionary. A dictionary contain a, then and, then so on. Let's say I have a number zoo. Sorry. So suppose I said I have up to this value, and right, and then these how many now words are there? Total 100 words are there, let me say, right? So now if you want to represent a, then you can say its positional argument is 0. So means 0th place will be 1, remaining all will be 0. This is 1, so this place will be 1, remaining all will be 0, and this is 99. Yeah, just 1 minute more. So I'm done. So here how will represent 0 0 0 0 up to last place will be 1. In this case, second last place will be 1, remain all will be 0. So in that way, and for this, the first place will be 1 and remain all will be 0. This is known as the positional argument, and this is also known as the one hot coding. Means only one place is 1, remain all is 0. And this is heavily used in NLP tasks, natural language processing stuff, whenever you want to represent a word in that particular sentence. So that's the example. Okay, so that's it from my side for today's class. And from the next class, like in the next class, we will discuss the Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra, and then further we will discuss more about optimization of the circuit and all those things. So that's it for today. Thank you guys. So we'll catch you in the next
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Have a nice day.
सर वो 2 to the power 32 plus 2 to the power 31 वो क्या है सर? सर
This one. This is how to represent the number.
नहीं सर, इसके अगले वाली स्लाइड में
Okay, this
16th स्लाइड सर वो फॉर्मूला लिखा है ना सर 32 बिट का 2 to the power signed केस में.
So whenever you have signed bit means suppose you have total 32 bit available in the system, but you are saying 1 bit is represent for sign. So means how many bits required for magnitude? Only 31. Similarly, when you talk about in C, C++, Java, there is a signed integer and there is an unsigned integer. You can check out the range. It's double when you say unsigned. Because over there also one bit is represent for the sign, so that your range become half. Getting?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. So we'll catch you in the next lecture.
Okay, sir. Bye bye. Sir.
Bye bye. Take care.
Sir, is the attendance done?